Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of The Pit. This is Season 2, Episode 11, 5 p.m. I am super excited to jump into it, so before we do this, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. And then lastly, if you like video games, consider subscribing to my gaming channel, also linked in the description down below. Play all the latest games releasing over there. But other than that, let's jump into another episode of The Pit. Hour 11. Yeah. If you're the doctor in there crying, maybe stepping out would be a good idea.
Wait. How long before? I have no idea. This is Roxy's decision. Everything else in her life is out of her control except this. She wants to go out on her own terms. Very few of us get to do that. I should pick up more patients.
Yeah, push the pain away.
So Adam lives at Middle Hill,
He lives in Middle Hill.
and he's 3 years older than you.
He's 3 years older than me.
Yes.
Did Adam ask you if you wanted to have sex?
Mel, I don't know if I can tell you.
Of course you
Why
can tell
not?
me I'm your sister.
Well, it's private.
Look, it's really important that I know.
Why?
Because
Because you're a vulnerable
I
adult?
can tell Dr. Langdon because Dr. Langdon's my doctor, but I don't think I can tell you.
Becca, just tell me.
Why are you yelling?
I'm not yelling. It's just, look, it's really important that I know.
You're definitely yelling.
Becca,
Maybe we should step outside for a minute.
why won't you tell me?
Dr. King.
Dr.
get some air?
King. Damn.
Sorry.
Langdon putting on the big boy voice.
How you two getting along?
Pretty nice for another 2 hours.
They're in a bit of a tiff.
You know I take Lexapro. It helps with panic attacks, not just depression.
Promise? I'm fine.
Hey, but hey, give it a shot.
If there's something I learned is to stop worrying. Can all your worries add a single moment to your life.
Wow, that's very poignant for her.
Mohan, sprinkle some salt on your patient before he seizes.
Sprinkle some salt.
Ortho's performing the replantation on our water slide trauma, a perforated diverticulitis patient, Howard, made it through surgery.
Let's go. Hell yeah, Howard lived.
Does Robbie usually leave as soon as his shift ends, or does he like to stick around for all the handoffs to night shift?
Depends. He's usually pretty good about getting out of here.
She wants him gone. ASAP.
Dr. McKay.
Yeah.
A girl named Kiki came into reception looking for you.
Kiki,
She said she'll be in the park.
do you love me?
Everything okay?
Fantastic.
Everything's not okay.
Langdon.
Kind of hoping I would never see him again.
You know, maybe he's changed.
He has changed.
I need you to pick up food poisoning in 12. Yeah, sure, why not? What? No snark, no pushback? What have you done with Santos?
Only 2 hours to go. I surrender.
That's the spirit.
And she got called out by her situationship.
I don't know anything about this Adam person. I mean, they've been dating for 6 months, and
She hasn't even
and I
told
don't
you
know
at all.
anything. She never said anything about wanting a boyfriend or even liking anyone.
Are you Becca's legal guardian?
No, I have durable power of attorney, but we did this thing called supportive decision making where she can make her own decisions.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
My son, he's not moving.
Oh no. Support his neck.
I got a hot and unresponsive child. I need a room, Dana.
Trauma 2.
Brenda Azarmendi.
And this is...
Micah?
Has Micah been sick with a fever?
No, he was
that
fine
his
all
back?
day. I found him in the car.
Airway is patent with low tidal volume. Let's
What
set
was
up
that?
for intubation.
She like
Heart
grabbed
rate is
her
22 in
arm.
10 seconds. That's 132.
Oh,
Do you know his
she's
weight?
looking at the watch.
You said you just found him in the car?
I was working in the garden while he rode his trike in the driveway. 1 minute he was there, and then he wasn't. I thought he had gone into the house, but I couldn't find him anywhere. He must have gotten tired and climbed in and fallen asleep. I couldn't wake him up.
How long was he in there?
Maybe 15 minutes or 20.
And the car was just unlocked.
How would you know? How would you know how long he was in there? If you were doing something else and he was playing.
Rectal temp is 105.5.
Heat stroke.
Ice patch to the
That's
groin
hot.
and axilla.
See if we have an Arctic sun that's not in use. We need all the ice we can get. And a pediatric body bag.
Oh, he might die.
Heard you had a heart attack.
I did not have a heart attack.
Ogilvy, you want to get some air? Got a good case for you.
Might an intubation be required?
No, it's an
Not likely.
unhoused patient I've treated on the street team.
I'm sorry I yelled at you. I was just surprised.
The nurse said I can leave.
Yeah, can we just finish our conversation first?
About what?
Look, I know you don't have to tell me anything. I just kind of hope you'd want to. When Adam asked you to have sex,
He didn't ask me. I asked him.
so you didn't pressure.
No.
So you wanted to have sex?
Yeah, she did.
I wanted to have sex. Sex is great. We talked about sex in my mind and body class. I told my therapist too.
But you didn't tell Mel.
Yep, sorry, I'm right behind you.
Curtis Larson, 42, called to the golf course for combative behavior with his buddies.
Okay. He kind of looks like Marcus Foligno.
Roxy's gone.
Ah.
Have you ever seen a xylazine wound?
No.
But you know what it is.
Yes.
Then you know its street name is Trank, and this shit is nasty and can lead to skin necrosis.
I've never understood drug addiction.
Well, you need to try. A little empathy goes a long way in this job.
Yeah.
I am
It's-
empathetic. I don't understand how an intelligent person allows themselves.
Can make mistakes, heal themselves, take away the pain, hide from the abuse. We're healers, not judges.
Shouldn't we go to the crosswalk? No?
Hell nah.
Okay, this is what we're doing.
Jaywalking for life. So sad. Comfort the man.
How's it going, Kiki? Who's this? Oh, it's Ogilvy. He's a student doctor here to help me. So what's happening with you?
My leg's getting stinky again.
Yeah? Okay, let's take
Oh.
a look.
Oh!
You still using Trank?
Sometimes.
Sometimes
should-
it's not good,
you should-
Kiki.
you should stop.
It's nasty stuff. I'm trying to
Ugh.
quit. How are you going about that?
That's good.
I go to meetings sometimes.
Meetings are good. Not you seems even better. Okay, what's your plan, Ogilvy?
Ogilvy, head in the game.
Ogilvy, you okay?
Yes.
Roberto, like Roberto Clemente.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I don't know who that is.
Baseball player.
Pirates Hall of Famer Roberto Clemente. O'Neal Cruz hits a walk-off tater, right? And I catch it, you know, but then somebody fell on top of me. And I think I heard a pop, but
You're not one of those guys who steals balls from kids, are you?
I didn't steal this. I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. I would never do that.
Can you move your fingers for me?
He's like, what's her issue?
And the thumb?
He doesn't want to let go of the ball.
Okay, yeah, you know what? We can put that
No,
in
no,
our
no.
belongings.
No, thanks. I think I will hold on to this.
Okay, you know what? We
You can
put
switch it to your
in
other
a
hand if you
sling,
need to.
and then you can hold on to the ball while we examine you.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
You're gonna throw in an IV and start with 4 morphine.
No. I don't want to be knocked out.
No, it's a low dose. You won't be knocked out. It'll just help with the pain. Might make you a little drowsy.
Oh, I need to stay alert.
Why, is someone coming for this ball?
Please let us know if you change your mind.
Okay, yeah.
Where do the Pirates play? Comerica Park or whatever? PNC Park? Are there staff coming to get this ball?
On way to 98.6.
102, we take them off the ice. Otherwise, we can overshoot and cause hypothermia.
That 102 off the ice is a callback to last season.
It's 2 times a day.
She
for
seems
3
like
days,
she's like
and
high or
A
something.
nurse can crush it up.
Dr. Langdon already told me.
I'll see you at fireworks.
Oh, I was going to watch fireworks with Adam and his parents.
And his parents?
They're picking us up. They go every year.
We always watch the fireworks together. I have your headphones.
Adam said he has extra.
Okay, well, do you have Adam's parents' phone number?
Why?
In case I need to reach them?
I want to go now.
Well, I guess I could
Bye
call
now.
this.
Wow.
So how long have you been part of the street team?
Damn, that sucks for Mel.
And why do you do
She's
it?
put her whole life on hold for her
Most
sister. And
unhoused folks feel abandoned. Sorry.
now she's kind of getting tossed aside.
You should volunteer. It's great training. Street team could always use the help.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a hard no from Ogilvy.
Who do you have to talk to when things aren't going so good? Friends? Family?
Actually, I don't really have.
Hey, McKay, where have you been?
Oh, I stepped out.
Did you tell anybody?
I was treating a young woman I met on the street team.
Did she check in as a patient?
No, we treated her in the park.
We?
I took Ogilvy.
Oh, okay, so you treated her outside the ED on PTMC's dime, and you brought a medical student with you right when we're in the middle of crisis mode and we need all hands on deck. You're here, I need you to be here. And while you stepped out,
Come on, man.
Roxy died.
What? Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't think she would be gone that quickly.
Excuse me. She took a nasty fall, her shoulder, screamed in pain when we put the ties on.
Hello, I'm Dr. Rabinovich. This is Dr. McKay.
Agents Correa and Russo. She needs to be looked at before we process her.
You said she fell?
We're conducting a sweep at a restaurant.
Yeah, I doubt she
She's gone.
fell.
She was shoved down some alley stairs.
By you guys,
Your
probably.
rotator cuff tear and AC separation.
Let's put her in a chair, find her a room.
South 19.
Fuck ice. Abolish ice.
Could he have taken drugs?
If he did, they were not the performance-enhancing kind. He shot a 112.
She doesn't know what that
Order,
means.
lads.
Can you lift your right arm up above your shoulder like this?
Heart rate's 110, pulse ox 98.
Painful arc test is positive.
Try a drop arm test.
I'm gonna lift your arm up. You just lower it as slowly as you can, okay? Positive drop arm test.
What does that mean?
Is there anyone you want us to call, Pranita?
No phone calls.
Excuse me?
Got a bathroom?
What do you mean, no phone calls?
I do not want these guys here any longer than they need to be, so let's find X-ray and fast-track this one.
Her family might be worried. Maybe I can call them.
No, just stay with her, make sure she has everything she needs. We treat her injury, and that's it.
Okay.
Jaime Guerrero to window
They
3,
don't
please.
want her family to know where she is.
Está pasando atrás. Amiga. Aquí. Está buscando a alguien.
Oh, that's why Jaime's not going up to the window. Dang, people that need help are leaving.
I know you said no morphine, but we can put local anesthetic into the joint to block the pain. That way you won't be sedated at all.
Oh, thanks, Doc.
Brother, do you just want to have an
give me a
effed
quote
up
from my
arm forever?
The Rated Joe's over in Green Tree.
People are leaving the waiting room. 10 patients already. What should I do?
Just tell them the truth and hope they stay for the treatment that they need.
Ice
Can't we just tell
sucks.
the agents to fuck off?
They are not going to leave without their patient. We just need to treat her.
Even if she's undocumented?
All patients,
Yeah.
regardless of immigration status, have the right to emergency care under MTALA.
Damn right they do.
What's the latest?
We got some arm movement.
That's a good sign.
Okay.
And
She does
pupils
not
are
seem
minimally reactive.
present.
Planters are down going.
All encouraging signs.
She seems like she's like high. She's zoned out.
You seriously won't let her make a phone call?
Not until she's processed.
Unbelievable. One other thing. Do you have a resident named Adam? I was wondering if I could get his parents' phone number.
Nope. Red phone is for emergencies only.
This is kind of an emergency.
Kind of.
So what do we think?
About what?
The mom of our heat stroke kid?
That is not our job.
She's
This is
zoned the hell
CYF's
out. She seems like she's on drugs.
I just don't buy it. She lost her kid at home. Plus she just looks guilty. Has anyone seen her cry?
People don't always respond to trauma the way you expect them to. Stay focused on the kid.
BP 78 over 42, SATS 87.
You having some pain again, Mr. Green?
Mr. Green.
This one's yours?
Yeah, kidney stone, possible vasovagal?
Can't assume that we need some help here. Does he have an IV?
No, he didn't need one.
The book was so boring it killed him.
History of renal colic, heme positive urine BP crashing.
Heme positive urine doesn't always mean kidney stone. 2 antecubital lines, biggest ones we've got. Eat fast. Now let's get 2 units of whole blood hung, please.
I have to sneeze.
Who worked up this patient?
I did.
I have to sneeze.
What about the aorta?
I didn't look at the aorta.
What did you present to?
Dr. Mohan?
So the rest of the ultrasound was normal.
I meant that the other kidney was wrong.
8 centimeter AAA with massive free fluid.
Ruptured aortic aneurysm. He's bleeding out.
Okay, go with the MTP.
That's not good.
Assisting ventilations. Respiragonal.
Okay, who wants to intubate? Your body?
Sure.
Okay, call for 6 more units of whole blood. You said you'll call surgery.
He wanted to intubate earlier. He was so eager, and now he's freezing up. What is up with this lady? She just seems like...
We're lightening up his sedation to see if he has any purposeful movement. If so, that will be an encouraging sign.
Maybe she's in like severe shock.
There's no certainty as to how much recovery Michael will have. His response over the next 24 hours will tell. There is a chance of cognitive impairment, but also a chance of meaningful recovery.
He's got some real dirty fingernails.
Unit 3 is up and running.
I've got a 16-gauge UJ.
That one goes on the rapid infuser.
Yeah, I guess
Good
kids
entitled
just have
waveform.
dirty fingernails in general, but
Strong radial
They
pulse, that's a very good sign.
lingered on his hand.
What else do we give after 4 units of blood?
Calcium gluconate to counteract hypocalcemia caused by the citrate anticoagulant.
Why don't you see if you can't squeeze a unit into that peripheral line?
Ogilvy is not cut out for this.
Bite down on this.
Javati's made for this, though.
Okay. This is gonna hurt like hell, Roberto. 1.
Watch him
2,
drop the ball in his
3.
other hand.
Okay, flexing at the elbow.
He is not concerned at all.
I'm here for Garcia. Vascular can't come down.
Delay with hemorrhagic shock.
Most of these die in the field.
He was stable, presented with a history of renal colic.
And nobody saw the AAA on ultrasound? Was this you?
No.
Excuse me?
It was me.
She just automatically assumes it was her daughter's fault.
Ogilvy, start compressions.
I'm having a hard time staying out of the blood loss here.
Sterile gloves. Prep for a thoracotomy.
Dr. Javadi, why don't you glove up and show Dr. Shamsi why you belong in the ED?
Damn right.
Cross clamp the aorta. We stop the blood flow from below the diaphragm. We can perfuse the heart and the brain.
10 bleed.
Already in there?
Show your mom what a bad bitch you are.
Mia, scissors.
Rib spreader.
Ugh.
Sitchinski.
Let me know when you have enough exposure.
Ugh. Cranking them ribs.
Do you need me on suction?
No, there's no blood in the chest. It's all in the belly. Yeah, keep squeezing.
Aorta's clamped. Heart is empty.
Okay, Javadi, get in there. Internal compressions. Go.
Javadi's in the zone.
Neuro's intact.
Ogilvy is not cut out for this, though.
Whitaker, can you write the procedure note?
Yeah, you already filled in the T sheets.
Yeah, well, I'm already here.
Yeah, I kind of
You
had
set
a
everything up, so
handle.
can you just fill out the chart?
Should probably finish it.
Well,
Okay, someone did this. I don't care who.
Mel's in a bit of a mood, but also just do your jobs.
Where's Mrs. Azurmendi?
She stepped out.
Stepped out?
Is that even her kid? Like,
ICE is in the building. 2 of our nurses went home. They have temporary protected status, but they just don't feel safe.
yeah. That happened at my work.
I'm really sorry, Dr. Robbie. I should have checked the
It's an easy one to miss. Got a heartbeat back, though, so still smoke.
I'm sorry, too. I should have asked Ogilvy if he'd checked the aorta. It's my fault.
It is. You're the senior resident. You don't look to others. Others look to you.
I know. I'm really sorry.
This is what happens when you bring your personal life into work. Patient almost died.
I know.
You have to think of these walls like a force field. You cannot let anything in. Your mother's not in here. She is out there. You keep everything out there. That is the key. That is the difference between the best doctors and the ones that don't make it.
You're right. Maybe I just don't belong here.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, time for you to go.
I was just having a chat with Speeders here.
Okay. I don't give a shit. Get out of here.
You've been nothing but a distraction and a disruption since you've been here. I'm already short-staffed, and I just lost 5 nurses and half my environmental services team because you walked in. You know, patients come in here for help, right? Because they're either sick or they're injured, and documented or undocumented, they have a right to emergency care. None of it's getting treated because everybody's too scared to come in, but then they end up here anyway, but then it's too fucking late. So please, for the love of God, can you just go wait over there in the room with your detainees so I don't lose any more patients or staff?
Yeah.
No problem, Doc.
If this was real life, they probably would have put him in cuffs.
Mrs. Azurmendi,
She's tripping the fuck out.
Brenda.
What is going on with her?
where are you going?
She's about to walk into traffic. What are you doing?
That's okay. Let's get you back inside to your son. That's okay. That's okay.
She's about to kill herself.
Come on. She's cleared to go.
Hold on, she needs to slam.
This will only take a minute.
We're leaving.
Hey, man, you're hurting her.
Jesus Christ, what's going on now? What the hell is going on?
Hurt her and Jesse stepped in.
Oh, yeah, I didn't do shit. I know.
Good, Javadi. Record this.
We gotta go. Don't say anything. You don't have to say anything. They can't make you say anything. We'll get you an attorney. I promise we'll get you out. Call the hospital attorney again.
I can't believe this shit.
Can you at least tell us where you're taking them? Is there a detention center near Pittsburgh? That's got to be where they're going, right?
Could be hours before he's processed.
I'll stay on it.
What can we do?
Hey, Giovanni, please come back. Everybody, just go check on your patients, assure them, tell them what happened, but please, everybody get back to work.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. You okay?
Yeah, the lawyers are tied up with the cyber attacks upstairs. They probably won't come down for a while.
What's the latest with the heat stroke kid?
I sent him up to Pete's ICU.
Who are we looking for?
Hey, Emma, have you seen this patient?
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, she took off when those ICE guys arrested your nurse.
Oh, the calf lady.
Tried to get him to help me in the garden, but he just wanted to ride his trike. So I let him. Every time I looked over, he was just riding around. And then he wasn't.
Have you ever thought about hurting yourself?
Does she maybe have DID or bipolar disorder? Maybe she didn't realize that she locked him in there?
Hey, Gabriel, can you wait up a sec? Do you have Duke Egan's chest x-ray?
Yeah.
How's it look?
Cancer?
I've noticed some tension between you and Dr. Santos. You two have history?
Little bit.
Yeah, she doesn't like me very much. We worked together one time. I was a pretty big asshole. She called me out on some things that I wasn't ready to face, and I overreacted. I'm gonna talk to her. I just haven't found the right time.
Good. She's a boyfriend. She didn't tell me about. And other things she didn't tell me about.
Maybe she didn't know how.
She's having sex.
Yeah.
Great sex. And she lied to me.
An
and
active and
she lied to my
thriving
face for
sex
6
life.
months. My sister is a fucking liar.
She's just cursed.
People got their own reasons for keeping secrets. Most time it's got nothing to do with you.
I've seen Elf 164 times. Becca
That
loves
is
Elf.
so
We watch
many.
Elf. And she's got everything, and now she's got a boyfriend, and they're gonna fall in love, and they're gonna get married, and I'm gonna be completely alone.
It feel good to say that out loud?
No.
I can imagine.
Al,
Yeah.
you're a good egg,
She's dedicated
but this is not about you.
her entire life
Like
to
a
this
long time
girl.
ago, quit feeling sorry for myself. Now come on, pity party's over.
I think it's fair for Mel to be upset. She's literally sacrificed every single one of
so
her
this
own
is your
wants and
heart.
desires for her sister.
These are your lungs. It could be an enlarged thyroid. It could be enlarged lymph nodes from an infection. It could possibly be a tumor.
You think I have lung cancer?
Nope, I don't see that. The cancer of the lymph nodes is called lymphoma. And the only way to make sure is to do a CT scan of your chest today.
How long does that take?
Few hours, couple hours.
You still gonna be here?
He'll stick around for you.
Yeah, I would not feel good about riding if I rushed this.
This is important.
Yes.
Hey, I think the labs are back on your COPD patient. Saw him in the rack.
Thanks.
Look, I don't know how to say this. I know you don't like me. And that's
She's got
fine. You
arms
don't have to.
crossed.
I want to say I'm sorry for being an asshole. on your
Closed
first
herself
day.
off
That was
immediately.
completely inappropriate, and if I could take back what happened, I would, but I can't.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't buy it. Everyone thinks you're just an addict who went to rehab. and you've
You don't
convinced
buy that
everyone
he's
here that
sorry?
you've changed and you're owning up to your mistakes, and they welcome you back with open arms because you're still the golden boy, and I think it's bullshit.
You don't know
I'm
anything
genuinely
about
sorry.
him.
And I can promise you, I have faced my fair share of punishment for what I did.
You fucking stole drugs from the hospital. Only 3 people here actually know that. Have you told anyone else what you did?
Have you told anyone
I'm
that you
just
threatened to
trying to get
kill
my
a
first day
patient?
back.
You shouldn't even be here. I should have reported you to the state medical board. You should have lost your license and gone to prison.
You don't know what I've been through.
What you've been through?
My wife threatened to divorce me, okay? I almost lost my kids.
Yeah, that's what happens when you fuck up.
This feels so just
You don't
like
have to accept my
petty,
apology. I wanted to say it, okay?
punitive.
You really want to atone for your sins? Tell everyone here you stole drugs and got kicked out of the ED because of it. Until then, stay out of my way.
Girl, you stay out of his way. He's the senior resident. Santos's response just feels so unnecessary.
The fuck?
I'm just checking your vital signs. Oh.
Where am I? Guys, what did you do to me?
Oh, oh, hey, 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 dude. Oh my God. Okay, what a doozy of an episode, especially the way it ended with this dude manhandling Emma. Based on the preview for next episode, that's going to turn into a whole big issue and probably cause Dana to crash out on this guy, and something's going to happen with that. I don't know. I have a lot to talk about this episode. I don't even know where to start. Let's start with the seemingly most inconsequential stuff and then move towards the bigger stuff. Actually, not even like inconsequential, but just the stuff I have the least to say. You know? Let's start about the dude with the book that Ogilvy missed the thing on. Ogilvy, low-key, I don't know if he's built for the ED. He is a deer in the headlights when things start going wrong. Like he's a genius when it comes to just pure knowledge about things. And you know, when earlier in the season when Joy was like, I might go into pathology because she doesn't like working with patients, but she likes solving these mysteries. I feel like that might be a good route for Ogilvy to go. Like he has all this knowledge, but like when he actually gets in a situation where he might have did something wrong, or something might be going wrong, he missed or something, he just freezes and he's a deer in the headlights, doesn't know what to do. So I don't know if he's completely built for this, and he's just like super unempathetic. He said he's empathetic, but like he's not. When he's like, I don't understand how an intelligent person could become addicted to drugs, and it's like, okay, well, one, like someone who's literally instructing you on how to be a doctor in Langdon was addicted to drugs. Like drug addicts come in all shapes and sizes for a vast myriad of reasons. Like McKay showed him, she's like, they're hiding from pain, they're trying to solve pain, they had trauma, they all these different things. And he just like doesn't get it, and like every time he sees some like crazy wound or something, he kind of low-key freezes. Like even the girl on the bench in the park, he sees her like leg wound and he just like low-key clams up a bit, and McKay's like, hey, like what's the plan, man? Like figure your shit out. So yeah, like I don't know if he's built for it. Maybe it's just because it's his first shift, his first season essentially here. There were definitely moments last season when like Whitaker or Javati had big issues. Like Javati literally passed out one time. That's why Santos calls her Crash. But yeah, I don't know if he's built for it. Javati, low-key, oh my God. Her this episode, oh, it was so good. Like her mom came down and immediately was like, was this you? Just naturally assuming that her daughter is the one that screwed up. Like, screw you, lady. Your daughter's a very capable doctor, and she deserves to be here, and she should be here instead of up in freaking surgery with you looking down her neck the whole time. Like, oh my God. I can just imagine if Javati was up in surgery the amount of micromanaging and pressure and degrading that her mother would be doing, like she would drive her from the medical field if she worked with her. And I loved Robbie's statement of like glove up and show your mom why you deserve to be here. It's like, yeah, Robbie, like I love that. Oh, it's so good. And then, yeah, Ogilvy's like, oh, I'm sorry, I missed it, and he forgives him for it, but then kind of like reams out Samira afterwards. That's interesting. I think people might see that scene and view it not incorrectly, but like I think people might draw the wrong things from that. I think people are gonna see Robbie treating Samira poorly and think it's because of like misogynistic reasons, but I don't think that's it. Like I think when he sees elements in other people that he himself is afraid to face in his own life, I think he crashes out on them, right? Like panic attacks with Samira. He crashes out. You know, when you know, she should, and in that moment technically she was in the wrong, right? She is the senior resident to Whitaker. She should have done a more thorough check of the situation, right? That it comes down to her in that moment. So as much as like Ogilvy can apologize for that, at the end of the day, that is Samira's responsibility to be the one that like verifies that. So the fact that someone almost died, you know, yeah, it is her fault. Like not to be a dick, but that is her fault. And I think Robbie sees that, but he is putting it on not the fact that she's a woman. Granted, the way he's been talking to some of the women today, it's slightly concerning compared to the way he talks to some of the men. But I don't think a lot of it is coming down to misogyny. I think it's literally just like he is, as much as he talks about this place needs to be a force field, you can't let your personal life in. I think he is letting his personal life in. And he talks about how you can't let your personal stuff affect your ability to be a doctor, like to be a good doctor. And I don't think he is letting his personal stuff affect his ability to be a good like doctor. I think he is definitely letting his personal stuff affect his ability to be a good leader and be a good coworker and a good mentor and a good trainee, right? He is letting his panic attack from last season and every other time he's had a panic attack about Dr. Amundsen, that was his guy's name. Every time he's had a panic attack about that, he is taking all that guilt and shame and he's throwing that on Samira for her having a panic attack at work. Like it's projecting and it's just so hypocritical. And yeah, any other time he is like kind of crashed out on someone, it's because it's something that he is unafraid to face in his own life. They talk about in the post episode, like inside the episode, Noah Wyle literally says that part of the reason, and probably the biggest reason, that Robbie is so at odds with Langdon this season is because Langdon has gone and he's sought help and he's got help and he has come back in a healthier, stronger place than where he was. And Robbie has not yet begun that journey. Like, that's not just my words, that's literally words from the actor himself. So, you know, all of these moments when he crashes out or is short with someone or is kind of rude with someone, it's all coming down to projection from him about his own issues that he hasn't addressed. And I don't think, like, yeah, I think people are gonna see him being rude to Samira and maybe being like, oh, it's misogyny. And maybe it's tough because you could maybe say the misogyny is a result of his issues, but I don't know. Like, misogyny feels more ingrained into the individual and their entire personality than it does feeling like a symptom of something else, if that makes sense. Also, low-key, that still shot of Robbie when they're talking to the mom, and Dr. Al asks her, like, have you ever thought about harming yourself? And it's just a shot of his face. That man's thinking about killing himself, especially because, again, inside the episode after, they're talking about these storylines, and they specifically show the statistic that like 600 to 700 healthcare professionals a year kill themselves. Like, that is a lot, and it is clearly a storyline that they are driving home with Robbie. The baseball guy was interesting. He clearly just does not want to have any drugs pumped into him. And at first I thought he just doesn't want to give up that baseball because that's like clearly something he cares about. And that might be true, but I saw someone on in the episode thread on Reddit say that he has the same addiction bracelet that Langdon has, so that could be a reason why he didn't want to get like pumped with drugs, is because he's an addict, and you know that could low-key cause him to relapse. So that's something to think about. Very interesting. The scene with Roxy was sad, but really nicely done. Just like complete silence. You know, I liked, again, another reason why I think that Robbie's issues with women this season isn't misogyny, but it's a direct result of his own issues. In that moment with Roxy, afterwards, like after she's gone and he's like doing the death note, he is very comforting in that moment, both to the husband, but also to Javadi. Javadi's in the room, clearly devastated, clearly sad, and he gives her this very, very kind, sympathetic look, and essentially is like, you know, you should be here with him, comfort, like stay here with the husband, comfort him, grieve with him, essentially. Like all of that conveyed in a single empathetic, sympathetic look. Just really well done. Yeah, I liked that a lot. What else? Let's talk about Mel and Becca. That is such an interesting situation. I feel so bad for Mel, right? I feel like there's kind of dual levels of resentment from both Mel and Becca, right? I think Becca resents Mel for infantilizing her, kind of treating her like a child for a lot of her life. Granted, she is a vulnerable adult. Like she is, yeah, she's a vulnerable adult. But I think she resents Mel for assuming that she wouldn't be able to make those decisions on her own, and you know, even though they came to this agreement of like mutual decision making, maybe she assumes that Mel hasn't really carried that same standard for like higher tier decisions, if that makes sense. Like the decisions that you would typically more consider to be more adult and more like have a higher level of consequence and severity, right? Maybe she assumes like, oh yeah, Mel lets me make small decisions like what movie we watch. But like if it came down to a big decision of like, do you think I'm in a healthy mindset and spot to start being sexually active, would Mel be like, no, you're not. Like, I'm making that decision for you. So it makes sense that she wouldn't tell her, right? Dana's like, everyone's got their own reasons for keeping secrets, and maybe Becca's reason for keeping that secret is she doesn't think that Mel would treat her like an adult and treat her like a real person, and she would still treat her like her little autistic sister, right? So there's a level of resentment, I think, from Becca of like, hey, you know, you've treated me like an infant my whole life because I'm disabled, but I can make these decisions. I'm an adult. I can have sex with people and want to. Like, even in that situation, Mel is assuming that Adam asked her to have sex. She's not even considering the fact that Becca asked to have sex. So I think one, that's an area of growth for Mel to be like, yeah, my sister's a real person. But also like, yeah, understandable. But I feel so bad for Mel. Like, she talks, I mean, she's talking to Robbie about how she doesn't have any friends. She doesn't have any support system. There's no one for her to talk to. It's just her sister. Her sister is realistically the only person in her life that she could consider a friend, right? Like, she does not have any sort of social life outside of her sister. At work, she tries to make friends. No one is friends with her. The only time anyone has really tried to understand her and become friends with her is Langdon, right? Like, Langdon was incredibly supportive, incredibly kind to her, and built her up as a doctor in season 1, and like took not took advice, but like was willing to learn from her about autistic people, and like they built a connection in season 1, and that's why she still to this day speaks so highly of him to her sister, to other people. Like, her and Langdon are tight. That is probably the only person that she has any sort of support system connection to. And even though she's not technically Mel's or technically Becca's legal guardian, Mel has sacrificed her entire life for this girl. She has thrown away the idea of ever having a social life, ever having a love life, ever having free time or her own personal desires or hobbies. She's thrown away the idea of even ever watching a movie she wants to watch, right? She's counted the amount of times. She's like, I've watched Elf 164 times because Becca loves Elf. Every decision that she makes outside of work is predicated on what Becca wants to do, right? What they eat for dinner that day, if they get ice cream or pizza, or, what they do when they're watching TV or movies. Like, it is all predicated on what Becca wants to do. And Mel has to sacrifice every single one of her desires. And she's done that willingly. Like, she has she has not a little resentment, she has a lot of resentment about it, but she is willing to carry that, right? Because she feels like her sister needs her. Mel's job pays for where Becca stays. For all intents and purposes, Mel is her legal guardian. So yeah, totally understandable that she would have some resentment over essentially sacrificing her entire life to spend time with Becca. All the things that she probably wished she had: a social life, a love life, a sex life, all these things, to then find out that not only does her sister have all of those things, everything that she does not have, her sister has all of those, that her sister lied to her about it and didn't want to tell her. The person she is closest to in the world lied to her for 6 months and didn't feel as though she could tell her own sister that she had a boyfriend. Not even that just she was sexually active, but that she had a boyfriend. Like, she's like, feels incredibly betrayed. Like, what is it about me that my sister couldn't tell me this? And then factoring all the things of, like, she's worried about her sister's safety, of like, did this person take advantage of her? Like, all these different things. Like, she has a lot going through her head there. But yeah, when she's like, my sister's a fucking liar, like, she is right to feel angry, right? She is right to have some resentment about that. She's sacrificed years of her life, the things that she could have had at this point, if not for this situation, right? And not that she, I don't know, it's tough because she willingly has done this because she loves her sister, but it is still fair for her to feel resentment about it. Like, it's not even just a small secret that she hid from her either. Like, it's a huge thing. Like, she knows Adam's parents. Like, she knows his parents, knows things about his parents, has evidently met his parents on multiple occasions, and this is literally the first time Mel is ever hearing about it. So, like, this is a massive, massive development in her life that she's just kept from her sister. So yeah, I totally understand Mel being upset about it. I understand her crashing out at Santos and Whitaker later when, you know, she's like, hey, someone's got to fill this out. And both of them are like, well, you do it. No, you do it. No, you do it. No, you do it. And she's like, I don't care who does it. One of you do it. Like, it's not Mel's job to do that. This is not her patient. She was just supervising for 5 minutes while this gets put back in. This is one of your patients. Do your fucking job. Like, she's just so mad there. The first time we've ever seen her crash out, other than when she yelled at her sister. Like, people have been so mean and dismissive to her constantly, and this is the first time she loses it. Like, just so well earned for her. Let's talk about the mom and the kid. The mom brings this kid in. He was in a hot car. She talks about how he was riding his tricycle and she was playing in the or doing garden stuff and he didn't want to help and all these things. And like, she was either just in severe shock, like severe shock, knowing she screwed up, or she seemed high, like low key. She seemed like she was on drugs the entire time. I'm surprised that like none of the doctors were like, hey, we should run your blood. Right? Like, we should check to see if you're all here. Like, she was either on drugs or having a mental break, which, you know, they put her in a psych hold because she tried to kill herself. But like, even before that, it was like, okay, clearly she is not all there. Maybe there's several things that could be going. She could have DID, you know, maybe when she's gardening, she switched to another persona and that persona locked her kid in the car. I don't know. She could be bipolar and like, or have memory loss, or a tumor where she, you know, blanks on things happening, or she could have the same like dissociative seizure thing that Dr. Al probably has, right? Because she's talking about how, you know, she kept looking back and he was riding his trike, and every time she looked back, he was riding his trike, and then he wasn't. And then she went and found him in the car, and she's like, it was 15-20 minutes. Like, okay, how do you know exactly how long it was that he was in that car? Like, there's something there that we are not privy to. There's information that hasn't been revealed yet that will clear this up. So who knows what's going on there? But then, yeah, the conversation of like, hey, have you thought about hurting yourself? And it's like, center on Robbie. Like, he's clearly suicidal. He's not going to leave, though, because his friend probably has some sort of cancer in his chest. Who knows what it is yet, but it's serious. And then the two biggest stories, I think, this episode were the Ice storyline and Santos and Langdon. Let's talk about Ice first. Obviously, as someone who lives in Minnesota, that storyline is incredibly triggering for me. Like, I legit started to cry and get like emotional during that when they come in and they have a patient that they clearly threw down the stairs and injured her. Like, they're just so short and be like, yeah, she needs help. Like, she fell down the stairs, she got shoved. It's like, okay, yeah, you guys clearly did that. Like, you guys are horrible people. They won't let her make a phone call because they don't want her family to know where she is and all these things. Like, it's just, they're so shitty and it sucks. And not only do you see the effects of their horrible behavior on her, but you see it everywhere around you. You have several people that were waiting for help leave from the waiting room. You have multiple nurses leave. Not even just nurses in ED, but nurses up in surgery left and went home. Like, you have, they're already short-staffed and dealing with a lot, and then ICE comes in and they lose even more nurses, right? The help that they had is gone. Like, they're behind the ball again. And Robbie rightfully crashes out at the guy. He's like, hey, don't be chatting it up with my nurse here at the desk. Like, you're here and causing a disruption. We don't want you here. Like, you're gonna be here and you're gonna be near your detainee and you're gonna do the bare minimum of what you can do here, and then you're gonna get the hell out, right? Because we do not want you here. You are purely a disruption. And unfortunately, Robbie crashing out at this guy pissed him off, and so he goes and he starts being like, all right, let's get out of here. Like, just doing stuff to piss me off, and Jesse is like, hey, like, ease up, like, you're hurting her. And then they arrest Jesse, and it's like, okay, yeah, like, it's just so frustrating and so triggering and infuriating. I talked about this a couple episodes ago about just like if you are a supporter of ICE at this point in the current administration, you're legitimately a garbage person. You have no morals. You can pretend to have morals, you don't. Like you are a literal garbage person, and I mean that about my own family, my own extended family. If you support ICE and what they're doing, you are not a good person. Like you're a horrible person with no morals, and if you pretend otherwise, you are a hypocrite and a liar. God, like it pissed me off so much, especially as someone from Minnesota, seeing over the last 4 months this sort of thing happening on a daily basis to people in my community. It is incredibly frustrating, and it makes my blood boil. Like I'm so mad just thinking about it. Yeah. Props to Javati for recording the whole thing. She's got a massive TikTok following. She is gonna probably get Jesse out of there. Just her TikTok following is gonna be super helpful. But then let's talk about Santos and Langdon. So yeah, it's tough. I mean, everyone's noticing the tension between them. Dr. Al asks about it, and she learns a lot more later on. But I mean, she probably already knows, because just purely procedure-wise, there's so many things happening behind the scenes that she would have to know. That being said, okay, so yeah, everyone's noticing it's an issue. She's like, you need to talk to her, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm 95% on Langdon's side, right? Like he it's so frustrating because he goes and he's like, hey, I wanted to apologize to you for the way I treated you last year, on your first day. What I did was unprofessional, it was rude, and I apologize, right? The way, like, it's so frustrating because that's all he needs to do regarding her, right? Anything beyond that is none of her business. It's so frustrating. Like everyone I see online, well, not everyone, but all the people that are on Santos's side that I see online are like, "Oh, he needs to apologize to her for stealing drugs." No, he doesn't. He does not. Like, that is not his responsibility. His responsibility is to apologize to her for the way he treated her. And while some of the way he treated her was in connection to him stealing drugs, right? Like when he was, somewhat bad mouthing her to Robbie last season, trying to discredit her, what's the word I'm looking for? Not rumors, but like her report about him, right? He's trying to discredit the things that she is saying to Robbie about him. I've seen people say that he tried to ruin her career. No, he didn't. He did that. That's not a career ruining thing for him to tell Robbie that she's not a team player. Like that's not what that is. He was trying to discredit the fact that she was gonna report him to Robbie. In like literally the extent of what he's doing is trying to be like, hey Robbie, don't believe her about this thing. She just doesn't like me. She's not a team player. Like trying to justify his reason for yelling at her and hide the fact that it's because of the addiction and because of the stealing of meds. So he apologized for the way he treated her and what he did to her. and I've also seen people that be like, oh, he made himself a victim in this situation. No, he didn't. Like his intent in this situation was purely to apologize to her, and that was it. And she started to walk away, and he was, I mean, maybe not fine with it, but he didn't expect her to forgive him. He didn't expect her to be like, oh, it's okay, Dr. Langdon, like we're all good now. I think he recognized she's not gonna like him still, and he was fine letting her walk away in that after that interaction. He just needed her to know that he was sorry. And she comes back at him and she's like, I don't buy it. What don't you buy? the fact that he's sorry? Like, what do you mean? Like, he has made personal apologies to everyone in this department that he feels as though he wronged, right? He's made heartfelt apologies to, you know, Dana, to Louis, to Mel, to Robbie, like the people that he had actual relationships with. He's made heartfelt apologies to you, who he's known for 10 hours. He had somewhat surface level apology, but he apologized for the way that he treated you, right? The fact that she's like, oh, you know, you face no repercussions for what you did. You waltz back in like a golden boy and everything's fine. And when she talked to Garcia, I've been treated like a pariah for 10 months. That's not why. Like, one, even if we're talking about purely the logistical processes of how he would be allowed back in this hospital, like, either he self-reported stealing the drugs or Robbie reported him stealing the drugs. There's no way in the world that the hospital admin does not know he was stealing drugs. Like, her being like, only 3 people know that you stole drugs. One, she knows. She almost definitely told Garcia, because Garcia was like, I don't want to talk about Langdon again. She almost definitely told Whitaker. Robbie knows. Alashimi probably knows, as due to her role as the incoming attending. There's no way that admin didn't tell her. Like, Louis knew before he died. Oh, it's so frustrating where she's like, you need to tell everyone if you want to atone for your sins. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Like, he does not need to atone to you for the anything other than the way he treated you. But again, purely logistical. If he came to admin and was like, hey, I have an addiction to benzos, even if that's all he said, they would investigate everything. They would investigate every patient he's ever worked on. They would see what drugs were prescribed, how much they got, how all these different things. All of it would be investigated. They would know, even just from that he was diverting drugs and stealing drugs. Like, it's oh my god, it's so frustrating. And then again, even then, he probably reported that he was stealing drugs. He, like, so the admin knows. I mean, they talked about in the podcast about this episode, like an actual ED doctor talked about it. He was saying there's no way admin doesn't know. So admin, full knowledge that he was stealing drugs from patients and diverting them to himself. They know he wasn't selling them, because that's a key point of him being able to be in this program that he's in, is you can't have been stealing them for the primary purpose of selling them, right? Like, key point, stealing the drugs is not a disqualifier for him being in the program. It's the only thing that's disqualifying regarding that is if he was stealing them for the purpose of selling them. So one, admin knows that he was stealing drugs. Two, the program he's in is a minimum of 3 years. They put him on a 5-year plan, so they deemed it a little bit more severe for him to continue being a doctor. Three, part of that program is he is continually monitored all the time. Like, he undergoes testing. They review all his cases still to verify that he is practicing medicine in a safe way and in an effective way. So for the next 5 years, every single one of his cases is verified, tested, watched. like he's tested, drug tested, all that. So purely from a professional standpoint, like, everything about it is structured, monitored. Like, they know every detail about all of it, from why he's doing it, like why he's in the program, to, you know, his path forward. And if the admin deemed that he was okay to come back, that's none of Santos's freaking business, right? Like, she does not get to be upset that admin allowed him back into the hospital, right? Like, she doesn't get to be upset because he was brought back to work. And her perception of it is just completely wrong. She's like, you waltz back in as a golden boy with no repercussions. And it's like, he's dealt with a lot. Like, personally and professionally, he has dealt with a lot. Like, you don't know anything about what he's had to go through. Like, and that's the only point that he pushes back is like, hey, I've gone through a lot. Like, my wife threatened to divorce me and take away our kids. Like, this is not an easy thing for me to come back. Like, I have not got off scot-free because of this. Like, I just wanted to apologize for the way that I treated you. Like, that is the only aspect of this that she deserves an apology for. So it's just, oh God, it's so frustrating. And then her solution is, you need to tell everybody here that you went to rehab and are in this program. Well, again, I don't even think she knows he's in the program. Like, she doesn't know anything. She's missing so much context and treating him like a garbage person because of it. And so she's like, you need to tell everyone in the ED why you were gone, that you were stealing drugs and that you're a criminal. And what he did was a crime. That's why I'm 5% on her side, is, yeah, what he did was a crime. And, like, she probably should have been briefed before the fact, like, him coming back, due to her being the one that initially reported him. Like, those are the only two things that I think I'm on Santos's side, is there should have been something ahead of time, you know, some sort of mediation or some sort of briefing or shifting around of department. You know, maybe he should have been brought back to a different hospital, or she should have been shifted to a different hospital. Like, I don't know what the best course of action there would have been, but there probably should have been something extra that happened before this, other than her just being surprised that he's here and them being thrown back into working together. Again, another tough thing though, they work together one day, so it's not like it's kind of hard to treat it as though like it's some deep wound. You know, I don't know. But yeah, he committed a crime. He committed a crime. He wasn't convicted of a crime, but he committed a crime, and probably should have faced some legal repercussions for that. The admin evidently decided that they did not want to raise that higher than, like, raise that to a legal police level. They were fine keeping it at the level that it was and putting him in this program. So, you know, if, again, that's a tough determination for me to make, for me to be like, hey, he probably should have faced some legal repercussions for that. Santos obviously believes that. The admin apparently disagreed. So is it up to me to decide that the admin is wrong? I don't know. I don't, like, again, I don't work in the field. I'm not part of that decision-making process. You know, it's up to them, I guess. You know, they're making him go through this whole program, repeating his whole year. They know every detail about what happened. Every single one of his cases was reviewed. Like, and they deemed that it wasn't enough for them to elevate to a legal issue, and they're just willing to put him through the program for rehabilitation. Like, yeah, like, at a certain point that needs to be enough. Like, it's tough. Like, I somewhat agree with Santos. He needed to face some repercussions for what he did, and I think he has faced those repercussions and will continue to face those repercussions. Like, he's not just freely getting his job back with no handholds or bumpers. Like, it's an issue, and her being a pariah is not because of this issue. It's because she's a bitch. Like, she's a legitimately unkind individual to her coworkers, to patients. She's one of the least empathetic doctors in the entire ED. Like, other than Ogilvy, she is the least empathetic person in this entire show. She doesn't treat her patients with respect. She doesn't treat her colleagues with respect. That is why people don't like her. Like, it's, oh my God, it's so frustrating. So, yeah. And the fact that, one, also she knew Dr. Al was there when she's like, you need to tell everyone that you were stealing drugs. And she like basically looked right at her, and it's like, okay, like, it's very clear that this whole situation is not like Santos is making it about him stealing drugs. That's not what it's about for her. It's clear that this is just a petty, vindictive grudge that she is holding against him, and she is using that as a way to strike back at him. She wants him to be, you know, not just punished. She wants his life ruined. She wants him humiliated. And her reasoning for that probably stems back to her childhood and back to some of the things she talked about in season 1 with her friend killing herself and a coach. And you know she probably has a history of powerful men taking advantage of a situation and getting away with it. So that's probably part of it, but it feels just so vindictive and petty and punitive, like she is owed some justice for Langdon stealing drugs from patients. Like that, and that isn't the case. And also, if we're talking about issues where someone should have lost their medical license, last season, she literally told a patient that she was going to kill him. She threatened to kill a patient last season. Granted, that patient's a pedophile and a horrible person. He probably should die. But as a doctor, you can't do that. You can't say that. You will lose your medical license. So, like, if anyone other than herself and the audience knew in that moment that she had done that, she would have lost her license. Like, that's not a thing you can do. So it's so hypocritical for him to be like, hey, or for her to be like, hey, you did this thing that should have resulted in the loss of your license. I feel personally wronged about this. So did you, girl. Like, look yourself in the mirror. Like, you're just as bad as him. Like, it's so frustrating, and just the way she acts is so frustrating. She thinks, even to people that are above her, other than the attendings, she thinks that she is on the same level as Santos, or she thinks that she's on the same level as Langdon and Dr. King and all these things. Like, she treats them as though they are not higher levels than her, and they are. They are better doctors, more experienced doctors, and she doesn't treat them like it. And it's just like, come on, girl. Like, it's so frustrating. It just pisses me off. But yeah, I think I need to stop ranting about how much I dislike Santos. Like, this season has completely ruined her character for me. Like, I feel almost no sympathy for her, and you know, maybe that's a fault of mine, but it's so frustrating to like, I can't take her side, even remotely. 5% is the most I'm willing to give her. But yeah, I need to stop talking. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. I'm very curious to see how you feel. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me, helps my channel grow. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. And then lastly, if you like video games, consider subscribing to my gaming channel, also linked in the description down below. Other than that though, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.